What if I told you that one of Hollywood's toughest, most respected actors, an Oscar-winning legend, was secretly tormented behind the scenes? That despite his tough guy image and decades of success, there was one co-star who made his life an absolute nightmare. Ernest Borgnine, known for his unforgettable roles in Marty, The Wild Bunch, Escape from New York, and McHale's Navy, was a man who could handle anything, or so everyone thought. But what most people never knew is that there was one person in Hollywood who pushed him to his absolute breaking point, a co-star whose actions nearly destroyed him, not just professionally, but mentally and emotionally. At first, it seemed like any other production, just another film, another role, another big name to work with. But from the moment they met, something felt off. Maybe it was jealousy, maybe it was pure ego, or maybe it was something even deeper. But whatever it was, it didn't take long before the tension between Borgnine and his co-star became unbearable. It started with small things. Things that could almost be brushed off, snide remarks about his acting, subtle digs at his appearance, whispered conversations behind his back, but soon it escalated. Scenes were deliberately ruined just to make him look bad. Lines were flubbed, forcing unnecessary retakes, all while his co-star acted as if it were just part of the process. But Borgnine wasn't stupid. He knew exactly what was happening. Hollywood had always been a cutthroat business. Borgnine had seen actors clash before, had worked with his fair share of difficult personalities. But this was different. It was personal. It was calculated. His co-star went out of their way to embarrass him in front of the crew, to undermine his authority, to make him question his own abilities. And the worst part? No one did anything to stop it. Why? Because in Hollywood, power protects power. This wasn't just any co-star, this was someone who had influence, connections, and the ability to make sure their own career never suffered, no matter how they treated people. Borgnine, despite his talent, was put in an impossible position. If he fought back, he risked being labeled difficult in an industry that could blacklist actors in an instant. If he stayed quiet, he had to endure the humiliation, the frustration, the constant psychological warfare. And yet, despite everything, Borgnine refused to let his tormentor win. He gritted his teeth and pushed through it. But the toll it took on him was undeniable. Friends and co-stars later recalled how different Borgnine became during this time. Normally known for his booming laugh and larger-than-life personality, he became quieter, more reserved. The stress was getting to him. The once unshakable actor was being broken down, piece by piece, by someone who knew exactly how to push his buttons. The crew whispered about what was happening. Some felt sorry for Borgnine, but no one dared to step in. In Hollywood, standing up for the wrong person could mean losing everything. So the torment continued, day after day, week after week, until filming finally wrapped. But even after the cameras stopped rolling, Borgnine never forgot. That experience left scars that never fully healed. He went on to have an incredible career, starring in legendary films and becoming one of the most respected names in Hollywood. But behind every smile, behind every interview, behind every acceptance speech, there was a story he never told. To this day, the full details of what happened remain buried. Some insiders claim they know exactly who the co-star was, but Hollywood has a way of keeping its secrets. And the real question is, how many more stories like this have been swept under the rug? Because the truth is, Hollywood isn't always the glamorous dreamland people think it is. It can be ruthless. It can be cruel. And even the strongest actors, even legends like Ernest Borgnine, aren't immune to the darkness that lurks behind the scenes. How many other stars suffered in silence? How many were pushed to the edge by co-stars who knew they could get away with it? And most importantly, how many of these stories will never be told? If you want more untold Hollywood stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because the truth is always more shocking than fiction.